Hey, this is The Hike with Kate. I'm sitting here in my car outside of Benny's Breakfast Bar, which is in South Calgary. So if you've never been to this place, it is like the best. And so much gluten-free options. So for you gluten-free people like me, highly recommend it. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is the concept of getting comfortable and staying comfortable. And I think this is one of the biggest impediments, not only to our personal selves, but to business, is this idea that we get in our comfort zone and it's painful to get out of it. And the problem is that when we get into this comfort zone, this is where we don't push the limits of our learning, of our boundaries. This is where good is the biggest enemy of great. And that's where we find it, because we stay in our comfort zone. So being inside this little comfort box, what does it mean when we're able to break through? And how do we do that? How do we get uncomfortable? And so a couple things that I'm learning, I'm doing some reading and some soul searching about purpose, is that you've got to be able to question what you think you already know. And that's really hard. It's really hard to say, you know, I know this about myself, or I know this about my business, but to be willing to question it and to push through it and to be uncomfortable and have difficult conversations with your friends, your colleagues, whatever, to be able to question yourselves and maybe your business. And that's not an easy thing to do, as well as to make sure that you don't get too comfortable, because it's really hard to get the momentum again, to push that barrier, to push the edge and say, okay, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone again. So I think for me is I got to make sure that I never get too comfortable, because that you lose momentum, right? And so I'm really looking at making sure that I stay kind of in that mildly uncomfortable zone, and every once in a while push through the barrier to the next level, so that personally, I always feel great, and as a business, we can always be great. So don't get comfortable, I guess, is my message today on the hike. And if you ever see me getting too comfortable, you push me. I want you to do that. So thank you, and we'll talk soon. Bye.